right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are joining us from. I am sure that everyone is booting into, logging into, loading into, whatever verbing, gerunding into, if we want to get a little grammatical there. Sorry, too much coffee this morning. Welcome to day 2 of Foundations. We are thrilled to have you back with us live this morning or afternoon or evening. I am Jared Johnson, Senior Technology Evangelist at CData Software. And once again, I am joined by my esteemed co-host, whom I will let introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marie Forshaw, SVP of Product Marketing here at CData. And today we're continuing to explore how a modern data connectivity strategy can build a powerful foundation for you and your organization. So get ready to dive even deeper into strategies that help you streamline operations, support smarter decisions, and prepare for the future of AI.
Yeah, so yesterday's sessions were exciting. The keynotes were awesome. Hearing from all of our customers and other experts was, it just, I had a hard time sleeping. I don't know if it was nerves from hosting or the excitement from the event or both. But I look forward to maybe future events of having like exciting morning sessions for things. That could be like a virtual yoga session. If we do virtual, it could be live yoga, live fun runs in the morning, but something to really get the blood flowing as if we need it anymore. Yesterday, we kicked off the event with those fantastic sessions. We had heard from customers like Google, from Bayer, and New York University. Today, we'll be exploring even more. So we're changing up 2 of the tracks. We're going to have sessions on data engineering and BI and reporting, and we're going to continue the enterprise data strategy track. We'll hear from speakers from the World Wildlife Fund, Commando, Advantage Investigations, and more. And I know that you coached me through this. I made it through it without saying WWF, but now I've said it. But we won't belabor that. We don't have to talk about wrestling. We're here to talk about data. So here's a quick summary on the slide of what's on today's agenda. If you haven't decided which track to join, or if you want to change tracks, we want everyone to know that each track is geared towards specific roles in an organization. So pop quiz time again, Marie. Data engineering is for?
Data engineers.
BI and reporting is for?
Business intelligence leaders.
And enterprise data strategy is still for?
Data and analytics leaders. Did I pass?
You passed 100%. Way to go. It's nice when you get to quiz your boss in front of a live audience. So we do want to remind everyone that you can select which track you go into. It is going to automatically move you into the track that you have currently picked. But as each session ends, especially as the keynote ends, make sure you click on the agenda tab and you are selecting specifically the track and the session that you want to attend.
That's great. A very good reminder, Jared. And as we get into the sessions today and the keynotes, we want to share some logistics to make sure you get the most out of your day like we did yesterday. So first and foremost, make sure that you are using the latest version of Chrome or Edge for the most seamless experience.
Yeah, you also want to make sure that you're updating your profile with your photo, with your title, with your company, and your LinkedIn and X details to connect with the other attendees. I don't know if you're like me. I don't know if anyone noticed the shirt that I was wearing while I was hosting is the exact same shirt that I was wearing in my profile picture. So maybe do that. Take a selfie now and upload it as your profile picture.
That's preparation for sure. And we talked about making sure you have the agenda on the top right. Want to make sure that you also use the Q&A functions to ask questions during the session, engage in the public and the session chats as well. We've got lots of great memes going this morning, which is awesome. So let's keep up that energy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and we want to remind everyone that closed captioning and subtitles are available for anyone that needs them. You actually have to hover over the stage screen, at which point the CC icon will show up, and then you can select your preferred subtitle language.
And finally, we want to make sure we keep all communications in the event respectful and fun at all times. We can make as many wrestling references as you'd like, but let's make sure we're keeping it polite.
I like it. So as much fun as wrestlers have in the ring, we'll be having that much fun on stage, and I'm sure that our speakers will be having fun as well. It looks like I can see in the session chat that there are an abundance of memes, which is always exciting. We also want to let everyone know that we will have 2 more live trivia breaks and for a chance to win prizes. The winners for those will be announced at the end of the day during the closing remarks. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And now we're ready to kick off day 2 with our opening keynote. So I would like to welcome Manish Patel, Chief Product Officer, and Mike Albritton, SVP of Cloud, both at CData. They are going to present the future of data connectivity, innovations, and a roadmap. Manish and Mike will guide us through the latest developments on what's ahead in data connectivity. So Manish, Mike, welcome to the stage. We're glad to have you, and we're excited to hear from you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Marie. So as Marie and Jared mentioned, I'm the Chief Product Officer here at CData, and welcome. Hope you're all well. You enjoyed the first day of our Foundations Conference. I'm joined by Mike Albritton, our SVP of Cloud Solutions, and during this session, Mike and I will be kicking off a jam-packed day 2 and giving you some insights into our product portfolio, what we're hearing and seeing in the market, and what we have planned. So it's really been a breakout year for CData and our products. And none of this would have been possible without the trust and the opportunity that our customers and partners have afforded us. So a big thank you to the 7,000 plus enterprises and 150 plus ISV customers for allowing us to enable your data initiatives and your roadmaps. And our business is truly a global one. And it's great to see so many folks on this session from all parts of the world. Your feedback and partnership is what allows us to be successful and build products that deliver a real business value. Our focus is and always will be to provide products that show a positive ROI whilst providing support that is second to none, and really accumulating in driving high levels of customer satisfaction. Outside of the direct customer feedback we get, it's been a huge year for CData in terms of recognition from analyst firms. This is further validation of the value of our products and what we offer to the market. Inclusion in these analyst reports from Forrester and Gartner prove that we have shifted the market perception of CData from a small connector company to a data integration and connectivity company alongside the likes of Informatica, Oracle, and many others. And as a bit of a teaser, keep an eye out for a major update on this front coming out in December. We continue to deliver innovation at a breakneck speed. And in 2024, we hit a yearly company high of 45 product releases. This, coupled with the usage that continues to grow exponentially, validates the importance of the solutions we provide to the market and really kind of drives our business forward, but also the solutions we're providing to the market. Earlier this year, we had the opportunity to welcome Warburg Pincus and Patel to join our existing investor Updata partners to really fuel the next stage of our growth. This round of investment was driven by data connectivity being more and more critical than it has ever been, especially with the rise of AI. And we're really excited to bring more innovation and capabilities to you all and the market as a whole. So for some of you joining this, it may be your first interaction with CData, and for others, you may only be aware of a small piece of what we do. So I did want to take a couple of minutes at the beginning of this keynote just to really walk you through what our product offering is and kind of dig into some of those details. So let's start with the foundation of our product suite, the CData connectors. These best-in-class connectors are used all the way from SMBs, Fortune 100s to the world's largest ISVs. So what makes them special? Simply put, our connectors have been built to cater for multiple use cases, whether it's simple querying, data movement, iPaaS, metadata exploration, and much, much more. In addition to this, they're also built to be scalable, robust, and highly performant. As you heard from Chai at Google Cloud yesterday, our connectors are powering some of the connectivity of the largest tools in the market. You may see others with hundreds of connectors, and that's right, but they're all created to meet a specific need or a specific use case, and they're not built to be universally applicable across all use cases. Our connectors are meticulously designed and built for each source API. For example, we will push down queries to the server where possible, support multiple authentication methods, provide full CRUD support, and much, much more. And to add another layer onto that, our connectors are available in multiple technology formats, such as JDBC, ODBC, ADO, Python, Power BI, and many more. This allows folks to either integrate them into existing products, create custom processes using code, or power apps that they have built. On top of these best-in-class connectors, we have built products. At times, replicating data isn't an option, and live data connectivity is required. Whether you're an analyst using Power BI and needing to connect with QuickBooks data, or a data architect looking to implement a semantic layer of disparate data, we've got you covered. With CData Connect, you can connect to any data source from any tool. This is a one-of-a-kind offering that allows all users of technical aptitudes to forget about the headache of data connectivity. CData Virtuality allows data teams to create a semantic layer of data that can be published to data consumers, providing faster insights and ensuring governed data access. For your more traditional data integration use cases, we've also got you covered. Our CData Sync product offers ETL, ELT, reverse ETL, coupled with enterprise CDC capabilities in a single platform. And as I mentioned, these platforms are all powered by our high-performance connectors and can be deployed anywhere. If your need is more slanted towards B2B integration, then Arc is your tool. An integration platform designed to simplify and automate secure data exchange between businesses, applications, and systems. It provides tools for EDI, MFT, and API-based integrations, enabling seamless data flow across diverse systems. CData Arc helps organizations streamline B2B communications, comply with regulatory requirements, and improve operational efficiency. Put together, that is the CData connectivity platform. And as you heard from Amit yesterday, the future holds exciting updates to create more interoperability between our products and let our customers seamlessly switch between integration patterns in a single pane of glass. You can read further testimonials and stories from customers on how they use the CData connectivity platform to help operate their business better. So at this stage, Mike's been patiently listening to me ramble on for the last 5 minutes. So I'll hand it over to Mike. He'll go through where we're heading, what we're hearing in the market, and what we have planned. Over to you, Mike.
Thanks, Manish. Now let's take a look at where we're headed. When we build out our product roadmap, we gather inputs from lots of different sources. This year, we ran a survey with 550 IT and ops professionals to learn about connectivity challenges they have and better understand their needs. We also solicit feedback from customers using our products. We currently have over 7,000 direct customers. One of the things I love about this job is hearing all the different ways our customers use our products and how we can improve them to solve their business needs. So not only do we have 7,000 direct customers using our connectivity solutions, we also have over 140 customers that embed our connectivity into their own products. These ISV and OEM relationships give us firsthand knowledge of our customer usage patterns for hundreds of thousands of users. These insights help inform our product roadmap and allow us to see the scale of usage way beyond our direct customer base. As we looked at all this information, ideas, and feedback, we saw 3 themes emerge. First, the increasing demand for data democratization. Second, a growing need for hybrid and multi-cloud solutions to connect data. And third, there's been more and more buzz around AI. We're hearing about the need for data to power AI initiatives in the market. Let's first take a look at data democratization. We've heard from customers that siloed data is a pain point. As companies continue to adopt more and more systems to run their business, this creates more data silos within the organization, making it more and more difficult to integrate data from all these systems into a unified view. Another thing we've heard customers struggle with is not having access to real-time data. Data initiatives typically rely on IT to manage complex data pipelines. Thus, business users often find themselves stuck in line waiting for the data they need to do their job. Furthermore, many data processes involve batch processing, which can lead to stale data, failures, data inconsistencies, and more. As one example, we had a customer that incentivized workers in a warehouse based on daily production targets. They wanted to provide live updates to workers so they could see how they were performing against daily goals. With our NetSuite adapters, they were able to show workers progress in real time throughout the day on a big ticker monitor in the warehouse. Many data platforms require IT to extract and manipulate data, leaving non-technical users reliant on IT teams for data access. IT can easily become overwhelmed with all the requests, and there's often a lot of back and forth to get business users the data they need. This slows productivity and reduces adoption of democratization initiatives. In a recent study, we found that 57% of IT professionals spend over half their time servicing data demands. That's a lot of valuable time that can be reallocated to other parts of the business. Now let's take a look at how CData helps to democratize data. We're constantly expanding our connector portfolio to ensure our users can access data from the systems they need. As we pointed out in the last slide, this is a problem that continues to grow, and we strive to keep up with the growing demand of connectivity for our customers. Here you can see some of the connectors we've added this year. We're always looking to expand our connector portfolio, so drop us a note if there's a connector you don't see in our list that would help your business. Another feature we're very excited to bring you is reverse ETL. We've added reverse ETL capabilities to CData Sync, which makes it much easier for business users to access data in their system of choice. Now users can move data from their data warehouse back into the business application, such as Salesforce, Dynamics 365, or HubSpot. This makes accessing data much easier for business users. We're going to be adding a lot of destinations to this reverse ETL functionality. Many people throughout the organization like to work in Excel. We recognize how important Excel is to drive business results and are extremely excited to offer our new product, Connect Spreadsheets. Completely free to users, giving them the ability to access live data from any system. I know you've already heard a lot about this, but I just want to stress how excited we are to bring this offering to the Excel and Google Sheets communities. This feature allows you to refresh live data without having to download a fresh set of data each time. It also lets you update data back into your applications right from Excel. Join our community site and post additional things we should consider adding to the roadmap for this product. Our new Powered by CData offering makes it easier than ever for you to embed connectivity into your own products. With this new offering, we're making it easier for customers to expand their own connectivity capabilities, enabling them to provide more data accessibility options to their users. Powered by CData lets you embed connection pages, documentation, and live connectivity into your product in a matter of days and not months. I'd like to introduce Scott Bickford from Stellar One, who is using Powered by CData to expand the connectivity for their customers. Hey, Scott, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about Stellar One and how you're using Powered by CData?
Yeah, so Stellar One is an ERP partner and reseller and implementer of Acumatica. We're a small startup. We're rapidly gaining traction as a top partner, reseller, and implementer. And so we stumbled upon a problem with data migrations. I think you touched on that momentarily a minute ago. We recognize ERP implementations are slow, they're painful, they're expensive. They take upwards of 12 to 18 months. Many people are involved, there's project planning, et cetera. The point you touched on, I think the biggest hurdle for any ERP implementation is typically the migration of data from their source to the new target. You have data mapping, you have data integrity issues, there's business processes, and there's data customizations. There's all these things that go along with the data migration problem. We found that CData with your catalog of connectors could greatly simplify that.
Awesome. And so when you were going through the evaluation process, obviously you saw CData. How did you evaluate the build versus buy question?
Yeah, you nailed it. So it was definitely a build versus buy conversation. And we only thought for a split second about building it until we realized the number of connectors that we would have to build. It was kind of a natural fit for CData, one, due to the number of connectors that you have available, but two, I also have used CData in a past life. We used much longer ago, but we used the ODBC connectors in an on-premise solution. So there was already a relationship there that I was anxious to take advantage of.
Great to know that you had some familiarity with our products and knew a little bit about our company ahead of time too. So can you talk a little bit about how CData will impact your customers' experience with Powered by CData?
Of course, our theme for the year 2024 is effortless experience. We want our customers to experience seamless ERP implementations. We want it to be effortless for them. And we thought, what if we could get their data migrated in a week, in a day, in an hour, in a few minutes? And so that's what we're working toward. And CData, the Powered by CData platform is going to allow us to do that because now the customers can self-serve. We're also kind of developing a platform that allows them to point and click their way through the data migration so that the movement of data can happen seamlessly behind the scenes using the Powered by CData functionality.
I like that theme, effortless. Maybe we can use that as our theme for next year's conference. So we'll steal that from you. So I also know your team is using CData Connect internally. How can you tell us a little bit about how you're using it for your own internal use as well?
Of course. Just like any business, we have disparate systems. We use Acumatica, we use Jira for our software engineering teams. We have various systems. And as with any business and the leadership and the board members, they want reports. They want reports on everything. And so naturally, we want to consolidate our data and pull it from all the various systems into a single report, which we're actually using Tableau for. And so, yeah, so we're taking advantage of all those connectors as well to pull our business data together.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us today, Scott, and sharing your experiences with Powered by CData and CData Connect as well.
Appreciate it. We're excited to use it, and thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
All right, so looking ahead at how we plan to enable data democratization for our customers, we're going to continue expanding our connectivity by adding new connectors. As Amit mentioned yesterday, we see customers adopting more and more business systems, and we're always looking to keep up with that demand. Another pain point we hear often from customers is difficulty in finding the data they're looking for. We plan to build data catalog features into our products that make it easier for users to explore, annotate, and share data with others in their organization. Many of the data sources we connect to have very large data models. To make it easier for our customers to access the data they need, we will add common views to jumpstart their data journey. Because our connectors are the foundation of all of our products, these views will be readily available to all of our customers. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Manish to go over the growing need for hybrid and multi-cloud connectivity solutions.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. And thanks, Scott, for joining us. It's always great to hear from customers, both using it from providing their customers value, but also using our tools internally to help with kind of, as he said, the common reporting use cases. And then don't forget, if you're listening in, you can sign up for Connect spreadsheets for free at the link in the chat. So go ahead and get yourself some Excel or Google Sheets connectivity straight away. So moving on to the next theme, we're hearing more and more demand to be able to maintain and connect to hybrid or multi-cloud architectures. Over the past 3 years, I've seen a tangible shift from like kind of all cloud to some level of hybrid architecture. And really that's driven by multiple factors. So we're hearing that more and more customers are focused on optimizing their existing cloud use to save on costs. cloud spending is expected to account for significant parts of IT budgets as we kind of move forward. And cost control is a key motivator for organizations who are kind of adopting a hybrid strategy as they aim to balance cloud scalability with cost-efficient and on-premises infrastructure. As a byproduct of this, companies struggle with data integration across these hybrid environments, really down to the complexity of managing data flow between different systems in different locations. The benefits of a hybrid environment, such as flexibility, scalability, and resiliency, also just mean an increase in complexity. Managing that data flow, increasing overhead and maintenance. So there's really a struggle there where you're getting the cost down, but you're introducing a little bit more complexity. In a recent report, Forrester found that 68% of companies struggle with data integration across hybrid environments. And when organizations can't efficiently access and integrate data across platforms, it increases the time investment and increases the operational strain on those teams. Another key concern we hear is worrying about vendor lock-in. The old adage of all your eggs in one basket comes to mind. The risks of single points of failure, price increases, and being dependent on specific tools is making companies looking at spreading their data and workloads across multiple cloud vendors. So how can we at CData help you with hybrid environments and connecting data? As you heard yesterday, we acquired Data Virtuality earlier this year, and that acquisition really helps CData to position itself well in the growing need for hybrid connectivity. The acquisition builds on our core strengths of connectivity and integration, and it adds to it a robust capability to create a semantic layer of data fed from either cloud, on-premise, private cloud data sources, giving our customers a single view of data for data professionals and data consumers. Bringing together the power of CData connectors and Data Virtuality semantic offering is something that I, for one, am super excited about. Another area where we've progressed, earlier this year, we launched CData Sync SaaS, bringing the power of a previously on-premise product to the cloud. Now, this isn't groundbreaking. There's hundreds of SaaS ETL tools available, but we have two core differentiators. One, the power of our connectors. And then secondly, the pricing model. Let me explain that a little bit more. We understand that our customers have a lot of data, and in growing hybrid environments, that means more data is being moved and at times being moved multiple times. We subscribe to the vision that we don't want to penalize our customers for the volume of data they have. So we don't charge for rows or volume of data moved. We charge by the number of connections that you have. So for example, if you're moving hundreds of millions of records a day, a week, or a month from a SQL Server to a Snowflake, you'll pay a fixed cost every year, which allows you to move as much data as you want without any limitations. And then additionally, all of our products are available where you want them, whether that's on-premise, private cloud, public cloud, SaaS, or even a combination of these. And as I mentioned, we provide transparent, predictable pricing, and we're not locked into any specific cloud vendor. So you have the choice. So as for what's coming, we have a lot of exciting capabilities planned, but I wanted to call out a few that kind of touch on the hybrid use case. We're introducing more and more flexibility for our customers to be able to manage and orchestrate data integration needs in the cloud whilst having data processes run within your own environment. So if you're looking to be able to create a control plane and a data plane, we'll have those capabilities coming up for you guys shortly. We're enhancing the security. So we're adding features to cater for certain security and compliance requirements that our customers and the market as a whole are facing. We will add capabilities to enable compliance with regional data residency regulations and allow users to define data flow boundaries, as well as ensuring that customers can encrypt data end-to-end across cloud providers with centralized key management. And then finally, hybrid environments require multi-cloud integration. And we will enable seamless data pipelines that can move and transform data across multiple clouds. So for example, AWS to GCP, as well as introducing support for low latency bidirectional data syncing between cloud platforms and on-premise systems. So it's all good. I'm saying all these great things, and I would as the Chief Product Officer, but there's no better way than to have a customer talk about their experience and what challenges they face. So I'd love to welcome Sean McNamee from Repligen onto the stage. Hey, Sean.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. And thank you again for taking the time to join Mike and I on this. So Sean, do you want to just give a little quick intro into your role, what the company does, and then we can dig into some questions around your hybrid deployment?
Sure. So Repligen makes equipment used to make modern pharmaceuticals, things like monoclonal antibodies, things like the COVID vaccine, stuff like that, different COVID vaccines, et cetera. So you have a production process to make those, and we're at different stages of that process. I head up the BI team at Repligen. So it's myself, I have an analyst, and I have a few core consultants we work with for data architecture and engineering. So it's an interesting, busy job.
I can well imagine supporting a large workforce and a large data set, right? So can you give the viewers a quick overview of like kind of the hybrid environment that you guys kind of have, and then what challenges you kind of face managing that hybrid environment?
So ultimately, the goal as a BI team is to have that single source of truth, that one log on for anybody across our company to be able to get any analytics across any functional area that they need. And we're not 100% there yet, but we've made a lot of progress on that. And we want that interface to be simple for them, but it's never simple to put it together. Repligen has a history of acquisitions, a mix of legacy, on-prem, cloud, a lot of different systems to do different things. And so we need to get all of that data out from those various places that it's living or hiding, if you will, and into our centralized data warehouse, which we use Snowflake, and then downstream our reporting and analytics tool, which we use Tableau. And so we want that seamless experience for people on the one hand, but there's a lot of complexity that we have to manage on the back end of it to give people that single pane of glass.
Wow, sounds like a job for a big team. So Sean, how does CData help you kind of alleviate some of these challenges or solve some of these challenges?
It's really an essential piece of, I guess I'd refer to it as the internal plumbing. So, we have a lot of different on-prem and cloud solutions, and with a tool like CData, I don't have to look at custom solutions for a lot of them. I don't have to worry as much about getting the data over. We just, figure out the authentication details in sync. We set it up, and voila, it shows up in our data warehouse as raw data to either bring directly into Tableau or to, to include in a model data set. And so it takes a lot of that complexity, of which we have plenty, and removes it for us. It makes life a lot easier that way.
Awesome. Sean, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate your time. At this stage, I'll pass it back to Mike, who's going to dig into probably the theme that you've all been waiting for. How do we prepare data for AI initiatives?
Thanks, Manish and Sean. Now let's dig into, as Manish said, how we're going to be helping you prepare for your AI initiatives. Just like business users making decisions, AI also needs access to data to make decisions or gain insights. The same problem we discussed earlier about having data siloed in various systems throughout the organization exists when embarking on AI initiatives. In fact, Salesforce.com found that 62% of IT leaders say their companies are not equipped to harmonize data to fully leverage AI. As you heard from Arun at UiPath yesterday in the keynote, unlocking data from these systems is the bedrock of AI and necessary to ensure that AI initiatives are successful. Another thing we've heard when looking at AI initiatives is the need for accessing real-time live data. Yesterday, Mike Gualtieri from Forrester said that a live data intelligence layer that connects real-time data with historical application data is a prerequisite for scalable and operational AI. Finally, we know that for AI to be effective, you must feed it high quality data. In one study, data professionals cite data integrity, quality, or availability as one of their top concerns for AI initiatives. If data has inconsistencies, errors, or missing data, the insights that they will generate are going to be incorrect, which can cause wrong decisions and negatively impact the business. Now let's take a look at how we're helping you prepare for these AI initiatives. We've heard from you that accessing data to power AI can be challenging. With CData's standard-based connectors, you can now quickly iterate when adopting AI strategies by accessing live data in all these applications. You don't need to build and then rebuild complex data pipelines. Your team can be more agile when testing out new AI initiatives, delivering prototypes much more rapidly, and building the operational layer Mike from Forrester was talking about. Salesforce recently partnered with CData to expand their data layer and use CData connectors to do that. This partnership enables organizations to access and unify data from a wide range of sources, including SaaS applications, on-premise systems, and unstructured data repositories. This allows Agentforce to access unified customer profiles, which support personalized and real-time interactions across touchpoints, which improves customer service and sales performance. We've also heard from users that accessing metadata is critical to AI initiatives because it provides context and information about the data being used to provide insights about the data. While many questions people ask pertaining to data will be answered by the data itself, it's the metadata that informs AI algorithms how to get the right set of data to answer the question. Your AI developers can access up-to-date metadata information directly from the system of truth to improve data quality and accuracy with CData's connectors. One of the struggles we often hear from customers is how difficult it is to find the data they're looking for. This is an ongoing challenge, yet we believe this is something AI can revolutionize. We have introduced text-to-SQL capabilities in Connect Cloud where users can ask questions that AI will answer with SQL statements. However, later today, you'll hear more from Nick Gollivan on our Talk to Your Data initiative and how we plan to expand the capabilities to make it even easier for customers to gain insights from the data. Now looking ahead to what's coming. We plan to improve on our text-to-SQL capabilities with our Talk to Your Data initiative. Nick from our team will cover this in much more detail in his talk later today and preview some of our plans around this initiative. Another area we see a lot of opportunity is managing data pipelines. We plan to add AI capabilities to our CData Sync tool to make it easier for customers to build and manage their data pipelines. And last but not least, there are a lot of possibilities AI unlocks around data transformations and data management. AI can help recognize patterns and inconsistencies to cleanse, unify, or transform data. We plan to add capabilities to make it easier for users to manage their data across the organization in one central place. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Manish to wrap things up.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Lot of information, a lot of good things, a lot of things we're hearing in the market, but also just like kind of how we can help you. So before we leave you, we're here to help you prepare for your data journey. And we know that a lot of people are focusing on AI and whether it's kind of like the foundational data layer or how do we get benefit out of AI. But if there's anything that we can help you with, then obviously you can reach out via our normal methods. But the best place is go to our community, start engaging with us, and we'll be able to give you as much information as you would like. So on that note, I think we'll wrap up the keynote for this morning. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of the day. I know there's some like really great sessions planned, and Marie is back to see us out.
I am here. I think we have a couple minutes for Q&A for you guys.
Awesome.
So not out of the hot seat yet, but if anyone has for Manish and Mike, go ahead and put them in the Q&A or the session chat, and we can get those up on stage. But just to kick us off, Manish and Mike, one of the things that I thought was really interesting was the 3 themes. And one of the ones that I was most surprised by was to hear that there is a need and there's a desire to continue support for cloud and hybrid environments. And, working in SaaS and working in B2B tech for so long, we've always heard about the cloud and everything's moving to the cloud. And so I found that one was most surprising to me. Which of the themes was surprising to you both? Kind of which one didn't you expect, or kind of what had you been seeing in the market that you found interesting? So Manish, if you want to answer that one first.
Yeah, I think it's probably my one was, I'm not surprised, but confirmation of what we're seeing in the market, right, is the data democratization. I think there's this, as we keep saying, and as the market is also talking about, is this whole like kind of splurge of data and data sprawl and data being everywhere and being in silos, right? So allowing non-technical people to access that data and be able to iterate, do analytics, and kind of get to business results, I think is, as I said, not a surprise, but something that like kind of confirms what we've been hearing and what we've been seeing.
Absolutely. And Mike, which one did you find the most interesting or surprising?
Yeah, so again, not the most surprising, but the most interesting to me, I'd probably say is AI. I mean, I think AI is something that is exciting to everyone. It's still new. We're still trying to figure out a lot and trying to understand where it can be used and how it can be used. And I think, to me, that's something that's the most interesting, especially for us being the foundation of connecting data. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for us, and trying to figure out, how we can best help customers in that space is very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought you did a great job, Mike, kind of going through the points on how you need to integrate your data and bring it together to make it useful for AI. And I feel like as an industry, we're starting to kind of come to terms with that and get a handle on what needs to happen to get data ready for AI. And I'm curious if our audience feels the same way. But kind of one of the points that I thought was really interesting to connect through the presentation was, you brought up all those good points, Mike, on kind of what you need to do and how you need to prepare your data. But one of the points that Manish made earlier about CData platform is supporting multiple integration patterns from one tool. And maybe Manish, you could kind of elaborate and kind of draw that line for us on, why CData is pulling together all these integration patterns, kind of when a business might need to use all of them and how that can help them get ready for AI.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think kind of like the why we're doing it is obviously the foundation of any integration pattern is connectivity, right? And that is something that we have lived and breathed for over 10 years, right? So it's a natural evolution for us as an organization to say, let's take that connectivity, let's make it reusable across our products. And let's just make sure that all of the capabilities that are ingrained within our connectors is available to our customers in a single platform. And it's a lofty vision, right? A single platform to do live connectivity, data movement, iPaaS, AI, governance, quality, prep. But that's really kind of what we are lining ourselves up for, and have probably the best starting point that anyone has in the market to get there.
That's great. Yeah, and I think it's kind of really helpful to understand that, and you brought that up really nicely over the course of the presentation. And now I have a question for Mike on Connect Spreadsheets. So we talked a lot about Connect Spreadsheets yesterday. We talked about it today. We're going to talk about it more later in the sessions this afternoon. And so I think this is a great product. I think it's a very accessible way for users to access their data in spreadsheets, as we've said, and you said clearly in the presentation. But what I would love to hear from you, Mike, is, how did you recognize this opportunity? How did you recognize that this would be a product that would help our users, bringing together CData's connectivity and that advantage that we have there into spreadsheets for users? So if you could just tell us the origin story of Connect Spreadsheets.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of things. I mean, I think we certainly have some signals from customers. You know, as I said earlier, we have lots of customers. You know, customers that are wanting data in spreadsheets, but also just knowing people that I work with, like the finance team, the marketing team, even our product team. Our own product team uses Excel to get data from Jira so that we can do our own planning. And so there's lots of people are very familiar with Excel and Google Sheets, and just knowing that it's a useful tool for people, I think sort of gave us this indicator that, hey, there's an opportunity here to expand the connectivity and really give this to the communities. So.
And Maria, I think I'll just add one other point to what Mike said, right? Was we've been in that kind of Excel connectivity space for a while, but what we're doing now is modernizing that, right? With Excel 365, Google Sheets Online, all of those types of things, right? Taking away the headache of how do I connect to data is really the driving factor there, right? So I shouldn't have to worry about the plumbing. We take care of the plumbing. You just worry about what you want to do, your job, and your outcomes.
That's great. And very curious to have feedback from our audience and our community on Connect Spreadsheets. So go check that out today if you haven't already. And then I'll ask one last question to you both to wrap us up today, and then I can share what happens next for the audience. So I would love to hear from you both what you are most excited about on CData's roadmap over the next year. So Manish, would you like to share first?
I think I've probably spoken about this, but I think this single platform across integration patterns, I think, is one of the most exciting things. I think it's going to change the way people think about connectivity, integration, live connectivity. And that's super exciting, right? That's something that I think not only solves real problems, but obviously propels us as an organization, right? So kind of, if I was going to pick the one thing, I'd pick the big gnarly thing, and that's that platform play.
That's great. Mike, what's yours?
So I guess Manish went first, so I can't take his. That's certainly exciting to me. But
you could say
I'll stick to the theme of AI, and the Talk to Your Data initiative is very interesting, and just and really I'll take all the AI sort of plans as a whole. Adding AI capabilities to sync to manage data pipelines. Like, I think that's a place that's really exciting to me, and really interested to see how we can build our products to leverage that technology better.